Revision of the chapter, lesson 1, letter to God. Lancho had predicted, just a minute, starting. The house, the only one in the entire valley, and the entire valley sat on the crest of low hill. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn, dotted with the flowers that always promised a good crop, good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour, or at least a shower. And throughout the morning, Lancho, who knew his field intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. Now here is the description of about the valley, which was situated on the low hill, and nearby the only house was there, and from this height one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with flowers that, okay, and always promised a good harvest. It means dotted flowers always promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour. What was needed there? Downpour, or a little, at least a shower. Throughout the morning, Lancho, who knew his field intimately, it means he was very intimate, बहुत ज़्यादा घनिष्ठता थी उसकी, बहुत अच्छी तरह से जानता था अपनी फील्ड को, so had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. Okay, now we are really going to set some water woman, the woman who was preparing supper, and replied, yes, God willing, the older boys were working in the field, and while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called to them all, come for dinner. It was during the meal that just Lancho had predicted. Big drop of rains began to fall. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching, and the air was fresh and sweet. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. And when he returned, he exclaimed, these aren't raindrops falling from the sky, they are new coins. Okay, the big drops are 10 cent and the little ones are 5 cent. Okay, and up now question can be asked. Okay, first question, where was the house situated? Tell me, where was the house situated? Students, are you here listening?
The house was situated on the crest of a low hill, which was only one in the entire valley.
Okay, and who was Lancho according to the chapter?
Lancho was a hard-working farmer who knew his field intimately.
What was the work of him? What was the work of Lancho? What does he do?
He was a
He
farmer.
was a farmer.
Farming is the work of him. Okay, then everything should be clear to you accordingly. Then river was also nearby him. It means everything was very fine for the farming, and there were flowers that always promised a good harvest. Okay, the only thing the earth needed was, what was need of the earth on that time? Because of,
A little downpour or a shower.
yes, that is needed. For what it is needed?
For a good harvest.
Yes. Now, then Lancho knows everything about his field, and now we were really going to get some water. Woman. Who is saying this line? And to
Lancho.
and to whom?
To his wife.
To his wife. And what was he saying about the rainfall? What was he predicted
New coins.
about? Yes, these rainfall just like the new coins, and it has been expressed also two types. Coins are will be there.
Big
The
drops are
big
10
drops are
coins
called
and
10-cent pieces and little
Yes.
ones are 5.
Okay, then it has been expressed here, and the big drops are 10 cents pieces and the little ones are 5. So these are all the things will be described by you when you will write the answer that is very necessary for you. Clear to you?
Okay,
समझ में आ
ma'am.
गया? जब आप इस स्टोरी में से कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा तो समअप में ये आंसर में ये पॉइंट्स आप लिखेंगे. Okay, Lancho is the main character of the story, and he is a farmer. Okay, in present and past, both can be used. Lancho is the main character in the story, and Lancho was the main character in the story, and farming is the profession of him, and he was very happy by seeing the raindrops, and he comments on them that big one are just like 10 cents, and the small one are just like the 5 ones. Yeah, you may write 5 cents. Okay. Why did he
Okay,
reason
ma'am.
that should be written? Because of the crop was very fine, and there were flowers also. Now it is needed only one thing, downpour or at least shower. Clear? After it you will write the house was situated. You may write there also. The house was situated at the high hill, and there was only low hill. Sorry, low hill, and there was only one house in the valley. That's are the important point. If can be asked in the examination, कोई necessary नहीं है कि आपके पीछे वाले question मिल जाते हैं तो it's fat of you. Otherwise, if they will give the question from mid, then you should learn them. All the things should be learned by you. It means आपको इतना मालूम होना चाहिए कि ये चीजें important हैं and you should write in answer. Clear? Palak, is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you should know, all of you should know, because of it is very necessary for you. It is not confirmed the exact question will be given in the examination which are given in the chapter. It is not necessary. Now, next thing, with a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers draped in a curtain of rain. Okay, and मतलब कि वो satisfied expression था उसका. He regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers draped in a curtain of rain. Curtain of rain it means कि वहां पर बारिश जो है वो जरूर पड़नी चाहिए उन प्लांट्स पर, क्योंकि आगे उनका डेवलपमेंट तभी होगा. Next, but suddenly a strong wind began. Now it is the disaster of the crop and disaster of Lancho also. Now the story is take a break here. Okay, but suddenly a strong wind began to blow. This one should be written in the answer. When the question will be asked accordingly, then you should write this also there in examination. A strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. These truly did resemble new silver coins. Okay? The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen parts. Two types of description is here. First type of description just as hailstones. Okay? And this one is used, frozen pulse is used for the hailstones. Why the author used here the frozen pulse? Because of the children were happy when the hailstone uh, drops from there and they want to collect it. They want to collect, okay, hailstones. So that is why the author is expressed here a frozen pulse, क्योंकि मोती के टुकड़ों की तरह वो हेलस्टोन्स पड़ते हैं, ओले पड़ते हैं और बच्चे दौड़ कर बाहर जाते हैं और उनको कलेक्ट करते हैं. तो ये एक चीज है. और दूसरी चीज कहाँ है? रेन, वेरी लार्ज हेलस्टोन बिगिन टू फॉल. अब देखिए यहाँ पर क्या है, ये नेगेटिव हो गया क्योंकि ये क्रॉप के लिए बहुत ही डेंजरस था और डिजास्टर था. किसका? लैंचो का. सो नाउ इट्स रियली गेटिंग वेट नाउ, exclaimed the man. I hope it passes quickly. It did not pass quickly. It means he wants that the rain, it means raindrops, not hailstone, should be passed quickly, but it was not happened. For an hour the hail rained on the house and the garden, the hillside, and the cornfield also, which was very dangerous for him, on the whole valley. And the field was white, as if covered with salt. Why the field was white in color?
Because of
Because
frozen
of
rain.
the large hailstones
Covered
were covered
over
all over the area.
Yes, that is why it was just like looking just like salt. Okay. Not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lancho's soul was filled with sadness. It may be given in the examination as a passage. Okay. इसको टिक कर लिया होगा पहले भी. आपने टिक कर लिया
Yes, ma'am.
Now take this because of it can be given in the examination as a passage also. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lancho's soul was filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, a plague of locusts have left more than this. The hail has left nothing. This year we will have no corn. That night was a sorrowful one, and all our work for nothing. For nothing, and there is no one who can help us. We will all go hungry with this hungry this year. Okay. देखिए, the question can be, and this one is the passage. So question can be asked from in this passage. The corn was totally destroyed. Why did the corn destroyed? Destroyed. Yes. Why did the corn destroy?
Because of the large hailstones.
Yes. And why did Lancho unhappy?
Because of
Yes, sad.
in this year,
Huh. Why did Lancho sad?
this year they will have no corn, so that's why he was unhappy because of.
He was unhappy. His soul was filled with sadness because all the crop, yeah, you may write, all the crop has been destroyed. Had been destroyed or has been destroyed. Both you can use. Okay? अगर प्रेजेंट में लिख रहे हैं तो हैज यूज करना है और अगर पास्ट में लिख रहे हैं तो हैड यूज करना है. क्लियर डू यू? आंसर देते समय एग्जैक्टली चीजों का ध्यान रखना. हमने क्वेश्चन व्हाट डिड पूछा है, व्हाई डिड, तो आप क्या लिखेंगे पास्ट टेंस में. लैंचो वाज सैड बिकॉज हिज टोटल क्रॉप हैड बीन डिस्ट्रॉयड. या फिर यू मे राइट, क्या करेक्ट आंसर यही है. और तो क्या आप अपने हिसाब से दूसरा भी लिख सकते हैं लेकिन रॉन्ग नहीं होना चाहिए. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his son, a plague of locusts. Locusts have left more than this. Hail has left nothing. Okay, this year Bill had no car, and that night was a sorrowful one. Okay, there is no one who can help us. We all go hungry this year. That was the reason of his unhappiness. Next question can be asked. Why did leaf not why did leaf not remain on the trees? Why did leaf not remain on the trees?
Because of all the trees were destroyed because of hailstones, and the pond was also totally destroyed.
Yes. You may write there कि the flowers were gone. Just a minute. Why did क्या क्वेश्चन पूछा मैंने अभी बोलिए. Why did
Not a leaf remained on a tree.
yes not a leaf remain on the trees. Simply you may write due to the hailstones. Yeah, due to the falling of hailstones. ये भी लिख सकते हैं. Then you may write also because of the he was think about the raindrops, but but the hailstone destroyed totally the corn because of it was so much that everything had been destroyed. ठीक है. Next. What did Lancho hope for? What did Lancho hope for? Students, what did Lancho hope for?
Lancho hoped
Lancho
for a
hoped
good
for
एक
a
मिनट पलक इसको बोलने दीजिए. Yes, tell me.
Lan- Lancho hoped for a good rain as it was much needed for good harvest.
Yes. Okay. Because of आपको पता ही है कि Lancho hope for the raindrops of downpour. Okay, and it will be helpful for his corn development or for his development of the corn. आगे आपको जैसा लिखाया है वैसा भी लिख सकते हैं. Why did Lancho say the raindrops were like new coins? This one is most important question. हाँ
Because Lancho,
हाँ चलिए बोलिए, आप ही बोलिए, चलिए बोलिए.
because Lancho think that the promise with a good harvest.
Anything else I have given to you in the copy? Yes, Palak. What will be the answer of it?
because the crop was very fine and there was only need of little rainfall and downpour. So after completing this, it will he will sell in the market and get a big amount there. That was the reason he compares the raindrops with new coins.
Yes. Now he is compared the raindrop with new coins because of he think that there will be a raindrop just like the 5 rupees small one and 10 rupees, yeah, 10 cents of big drops. Because of after this rainfall, the crop will be very good and he can sell in the market and he can get a good amount of money. Okay? समझ में आ गया? It should be written. आप किसी चीज से देख कर मत बोलिए. Self you will make your question answer and you will write because of in guides and in other books these are not very nice. You should write yourself. Now, how did the rain change? How did the rain change?
The rain changed into hailstones and destroyed all over the field of Lancho.
Yes. What happened to Lancho's field? And the raindrops, it means hailstones. Raindrops convert into the hailstones and hailstones destroyed all the field of Lancho. That is why he was very sad. अगर 3 नंबर का क्वेश्चन आता है, then you will write something others also, just as Lancho. You will write, definitely you will write according to the chapter. Lancho is the main character, and he was demanded. It means he was prayed to God for rainfall also, but the rainfall changed into hailstones, and hailstones uh, changed. Yeah, you may write hailstone changed the condition of the field, and it converted into a just like it converted into the barren land because of there was nothing remain. So that is why all the corn has been destroyed, and Lancho was very unhappy. These linings should be written. 3 or 4 lines are needed there. Okay? Okay? Have you listened, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Not only one, but also others. Okay? Next. How did the what were Lancho's feelings when the hail stopped? What were the Lancho's feeling when the hail stopped?
He was very unhappy.
He was very sad. Next thing, there was nothing remain in the field. That is why he was very sorry, and he think that this year he will be go hungry because of all the corn has been already destroyed. Clear? समझ आ गया?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next. But in the hearts of the all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope, help for God. Only one hope they have. What was it? The help from God. Don't be so upset, even though this seems like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. That's what they say. No one dies of hunger. Okay? Because of there was there was only one hope for them. What was it? The hope of God.
Help from God.
God will help them. All through the night, Lancho thought only his one hope. Okay, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Lancho was an ox of a man. Which, why the author used here the ox of a man? Lancho was ox of a man because of he was a hard worker, and he working in his field just like an animal in the field. Okay, but still he knew how to write. The following Sunday at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes because the hail stopped. He wrote to God on the envelope, put the letter inside, and still troubled when went to town at the post office. He placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. Okay. What did he do after facing the situation of as destroying of the um, as destroying of the crop? What happened to him? Tell me.
Lencho wrote a letter to God with demanding of 100 pesos.
Yes. Now he wants to do one thing that he will write a letter to God and demanding for 100 pesos because of nobody can help him. Only God will help him. So that is why he decided to write a letter to God. Clear? And that is why it is the name of the title of the chapter, A Letter to God. Tomorrow we will discuss next point. So thank you. Have a nice day, all of you.